Company, Gordon Smith coming at you again. We have, today we're going to be talking about gliders and the advantages of having them in your quiver, and whether or not you really want a certain tail shape, bottom contour, etc. design-wise. We make quite a few different versions. The only one out of the lineup that is the gliders that's a bit different than all the rest is the LG glider, and that one has a hybridized nose, so the curve is a little broader, and the overall width of that board, the LG model, is a bit wider, and that's one that Larry Gordon had done originally. So before we were calling them gliders, actually, but now they kind of have the name glider, the moniker. A lot of people refer to them as big boards, tanks, I guess, or aircraft carriers, however you want to look at that. But they're really, the whole idea with these is to have a nice length of board, whether you're at 9.6 to 11 foot, and it gives you the nice ability to paddle real gently and easily and efficiently. And it's not such a chore to paddle and catch waves with these boards. This one here is actually an 11.2. It's a nozzle design, and it features a single concave all throughout from nose to tail. There's no V-spine in the middle. It's all round and a nice concave for water flow. And this one's going to be set up as a twin keel for a customer that has bought plenty of our gliders and loves them. His name's Steve. He's a great guy. So this is the latest one we've done for Steve, and I have a lot of other customers here at GNS that really enjoy these boards. Some of them get the different tail shapes based on what they're after in regards to the types of conditions they're riding and the waves that they're encountering at their local breaks. It seems like a lot of people on the East Coast like the Gypsy glider. That has an arc tail, so it's similar to a I don't want to say a square tail, but it's not a round tail. It's kind of a combination of both, and then allows the board to break its track fairly easily. And on East Coast surf, sometimes that's a necessity to be able to recorrect and redirect the board so that you can catch up with that next section or beat the section. Out here, it's a mixed bag on the West Coast. People order a lot of different variations, but most seem to like the fishtail. And so that's kind of what we've been making a lot of lately. Up here in the corner, we have another one that's a 9.6 version. This is a Magic Fish glider. It's for another gentleman on the East Coast. So, like I said, it really depends on the rider's preference for what they're after in regards to how they want the board to perform. But they all have one thing in common: easy entry, very effortless trim, and turning capabilities on all of the models. They all feature the same nose curve, the ones that are what we call the gliders, with the exception of the Larry Gordon hybrid version.
Can we flip it over real quick so we can see it?
Sure. So the nose is not absurdly wide, even though the board is wide. This one is 23 1/4 at 11.2. Some people like a wider board. Some people like a narrower one. I've recently made boards in the 10.6 range for guys who wanted them at 22 inches wide or 22 1/4, which seems crazy, but they like them, I think, because they're more responsive rail to rail, and the larger surf they take them in around here, places like Sunset Cliffs, would indicate that, especially after some of the footage I've seen these guys riding, and they perform well for them. Generally, a lot of the age group that orders these are guys that are in the 35 to plus range age-wise. There's a few notable exceptions with the younger crowd entering this stuff and getting on board with it, and those are just as fun to make, even though I have to make them a little thinner because the body types are a little different than us old fat guys. But yeah, for the most part, these gliders are just designed to have the maximum fun that you can in the lineup. Just be courteous to other surfers, especially if they're on shorter boards, because that seems to be the biggest gripe I hear is, oh, that guy, he's on a too big a board and he's catching too many waves. Well, it's kind of part of it. I mean, we're out there to surf and catch waves, but either way, they're great boards to play around with, and if you are interested in a custom, which is what we really do a lot of these with, we'd be happy to address that. We do have a few stock models that are gliders that we keep in our inventory, so feel free to check on the website. You can find all that information there and all the boards that are listed that are for sale.